they don't make them like this no more. Like, she did that.
If you don't know, now you know. Okay.
If that's not black excellence, I don't even know what to say. Like, what it is, what it ain't, it's your girl AMBREALERTT, and I am back with another video, okay? In today's video, we are talking about, today we're going to talk about Zelda Wynn Valdes, the creator of the infamous Playboy bunny costume and overall black fashion designer. So we're going to get into it. If you're ready, make sure that you follow along and comment below what your thoughts are on this topic. If you're ready, furthermore, make sure that you like, comment below, and subscribe. We are at 400 plus subscribers. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed to my channel. This means everything to me, because it just means that anything that you put your mind to, you can do. I literally was talking this into existence on every video that I've done so far in the past couple of months. I've been talking about getting to 400 subscribers, and now our new goal is going to be 600, and I'm trying to space the goals out so that we can do it. You know, we can do it, and it takes time. You know, in reality, you know, creating goals and hitting goals, it takes time. So I just want to do it within reality, though. So the next goal is going to be 600 subscribers. I know we can do that. You know what I'm saying? We got this channel this far, so I know we can get to 600. So that's the new goal, is 600. Let's do it. Make sure that you're subscribing to get the tea, to get the history, to get me, okay? So let's go. Let's get into the video. Zelda Wynn Valdes was born June 1905. She's from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. I don't really like Chambersburg, the name of that, but moving on. It speaks a lot to, you know, what might have been going on back then in 1905. But anyway, he is most famous for, of course, doing the infamous Playboy bunny costume, and also, you know, accentuating and creating clothes for a lot of Hollywood's early black stars, including Dorothy Dandridge. I did get into Miss Valdes creating some dresses for Dorothy Dandridge in a Dorothy Dandridge biopic series that I did a couple of months ago, or maybe a year ago now. I'm not sure. But I did briefly talk about Miss Valdes, so now we're going to get into the entire video. So she, as a child, she used to watch her grandmother make dresses. Her grandmother was a seamstress, or I would just call her a fashion designer, but we're going to get into that too, and, you know, seamstress, fashion designer. But she used to watch her grandmother make clothes, and one day she just got the idea, like, I want to make clothes. I think I know how to do it. So she actually wanted to make a dress for her grandmother. And her grandmother had some doubts, like, you can't make a dress for me, I'm too tall, like, you don't know what your measurements are, so how you going to make a dress for me? But she actually made the dress, and it fit her grandmother perfectly. And her grandmother was, you know, so proud and surprised that she could, like, guess her measurements like that. As Miss Valdes, or Zelda, she got older. Her grandma did pass away, but her grandmother was buried in her dress that she made for her. And I just thought that that was so beautiful. Like, I thought that was just, like, so touching, so beautiful, and that just speaks to their relationship. So that's amazing, honestly. She moved to New York in 1923, and she worked in her uncle's tailoring shop. After she did that for some years, she went on to work in 1930. She worked in a upscale boutique, and she was just being a seamstress at first, and then she leveled up and became one of the top clerks and tailors at the shop, and the first black woman at that to be, you know, a top level, you know, at an upscale boutique in New York City. So in 1948, she opened her first clothing store called Chez Zelda, and it was the first black woman owned store storefront on Broadway. So her store was on 158th Street. So in her store, she also had pantyhose and purses. She had like regular t-shirts, jeans, stuff like that for women, like street style wear, and also her elegant, famous dresses. When she started getting like buzz about her business, then all the celebrities came, like Eartha Kitt, Dorothy Dandridge, Josephine Baker, Diane Carroll, Ruby Dee, Mae West, and Joyce Bryant. Now, specifically with Joyce Bryant, Zelda really helped her career elevate because she was wearing her dresses in a lot of her singing and dancing acts. So it really accentuated her body. Pop some pictures up here so you can see she was looking good. There's one picture in particular that's my favorite, and I'm gonna put it right here right now. This, like, her body, the way this dress is doing it for her body, like, oh, I love it. You can see like a lot of her dresses have that signature, like, you know, like nice heart shape for the boobs, and then it comes like your waist is like snatched, and then like it really accentuates your booty as well. So it's really curvy girl friendly, which I'm totally here for, being a curvy girl myself. Joyce Bryant was named the Black Marilyn Monroe in Life magazine after, you know, wearing her dresses and her hair, and she was just working it. She just looked good. So not only did she design, you know, her own dresses and have her own storefront, she eventually started to work with Playboy because all the celebrity girls, and especially Black Hollywood, y'all know how we influential. So especially when Black Hollywood was buzzing, wearing her dresses and seeing them on the red carpet, seeing them in magazines, Hugh Hefner was like, I need you. You know, he wanted someone to help construct his Playboy bunny suits, so he commissioned her to make the suits, and these are some of the original photos of the suits. Like, I mean, in my opinion, they don't look the same as they did back then. Like, the structure of them was just yummy. Like, it just made your body look delicious, and they don't look, you know, they don't make them like this no more. Like, she did that. But she was also helping Hef with his Playboy bunny, like, fashion shows as well. Then she started moving to work with opera singers that were presenting to Queen Elizabeth. A jazz singer named Nat King Cole. I think he was getting married to some lady. I forgot what her name was. And she made this blue dress for the lady's wedding day. And they were like a famous couple. You know, Zelda also worked with Ella Fitzgerald, and she always ordered from Zelda maybe 3 or 4 dresses, and always had like a limited time to get it done, but she never missed her deliveries ever. She loved working with her. She in particular didn't know her measurements, but again, just like the experience with her grandmother, the dresses fit perfectly. 1970, Arthur Mitchell wanted her help to create costumes for the Dance Theater of Harlem. Like, she left working in her store hands-on to go help the Dance Theater of Harlem, so I assume she was like back and forth. She designed the ballet costumes for the theater, and in particular, she actually made sure that all the stockings matched each girl's skin tone. So she took time out to do that, and she wanted to express individuality in between the ballet dancers. A lot of times, like, ballet dancers, they all look the same, they all have on the same costume, but this was just a little, you know, splash in particular, enhanced the flavor of the entire performance for them to just have skin toned, you know, stockings and, you know, well constructed ballet outfits. So she had, you know, she was thinking about stuff like that. And nowadays you see that now, like, a lot of people do like skin tone heels or skin tone waist trainer collections. Like, it's all types of things like that, and that is inspired by Zelda. So she was the OG at doing that. So she worked at this dance theater and designed the costumes until she died in 2001. She designed the ballet costumes for over 80 productions. And then she also became the president of the National Association of Accessory Designers. And this organization was specifically to promote black designers like herself, because being black, especially around then, I know she had a lot of discrimination. I know it was hard for her to reach the level of success that she did, and I know that she had to do a whole lot of like soul searching and like just thinking positive thoughts and talking kindly to herself and just reassuring herself. And I'm sure she made sure she had a good team with her and everything like that. Especially back then in the mid 1950s, it was a lot of discrimination and racism, especially being women in power and being women, that have their own store and own something, that can make you a target. Even today, unfortunately, she helped other people that were trying to come up in her particular situation, because back in the day, a lot of black designers were very influential in the fashion industry, and they all got called seamstresses. Or I'm gonna put up a newspaper like article about Zelda, and they called her a dressmaker, and that's not all she did. So it's like they gave a lot of women in general, and then especially black women, names to kind of downplay like our success and our talent. So they called her dressmaker, they called her a seamstress, and it's nothing to what she is. She is a focal fashion designer. She's thinking specifically about the curves of her people and what will make our bodies look good. And that takes a special kind of care and a love for your own, race and your own, and just for constructing clothes in general. Like, I feel like you have to care about how it's going to hit the body, what it's going to do for the world, how are women going to be seen, how can women have confidence when they walk down the street. It really does depend on how you feel on the inside, but what you're wearing can help, just give you that extra push. So she had a love and a care for making clothes, and it's a God-given talent, as she would say. She did close her store at the age of 83, which is a long time to have a store. So shout out to her. Like, that's goals right there. And she retired. And I honestly think that she probably retired at 83 because she liked doing it. And it's almost like when you really like doing something, you don't want to stop, no matter how old you are. So I think that 83 is a bomb age to retire if you love what you do. So shout out to her. And she ended up dying at the age of 96, which also is goals. Like, that's a long time to live on this earth. That's a long time. What a blessing that is, to really live in your talent, to be recognized for your talent by all types of people from all walks of life all over the world. So that's also goals. I'm happy that I could share this info and do this video, because I just don't think that she got enough recognition. What I really enjoy about this story is that she came from very humble beginnings, and she already had success before she hooked up with Hugh Hefner. A lot of people probably thought like that when she hooked up with Hugh Hefner, that's when she started getting popping, but she already had her store before they had even met and before they had even started working together. So I like that she really, worked her way up to her success, and then, everything else that happened after that was just an elevation, of the success that was already there. She had her own store, like on Broadway, and this was during the early 1950s. This was 1948. This is something that's just simply not done. A black female, having her own store on Broadway. You know what I'm saying? That's just in 1948. Like, that's just unheard of. You enjoy this story. I did enjoy, reading up a little bit more about Zelda Valdes. Shout out to her, because, and shout out to all the other fashion designers that were really doing it back then that we don't even know about. And don't you think I'm not gonna figure it out? I'm gonna find it out. You already know me. So if you guys liked and enjoyed this video, make sure you let me know in the comments. Make sure that you like and you subscribe so we can get to 600. That's the new goal. Already expressed it, already put it in the universe. So help me get that done. Okay, let's do this. It's Ombre Alert. Make sure you like and subscribe. Comment down below for more videos just like this. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.